Hi, I'm Wendy Mages. I'm standing in front of a classroom of aspiring kindergarten teachers, presenting a hands-on demonstration lesson on things that grow in the garden. In this lesson, I demonstrate how to do a read aloud of a picture book called The Carrot Seed, and we get to taste some raw carrots. We sing, oats, peas, beans, and barley grow. Oats, peas, beans, and barley grow. And we get to touch some oats, peas, beans, and barley, just as these teachers will soon do with the children in their classrooms. As I was planning this lesson, I thought I would mention that the teachers can extend the children's learning by germinating a few lima beans and growing some lima bean plants in their classrooms. That's what I've done every time I've taught this lesson. But I don't think my suggestion has convinced a single teacher to germinate a single lima bean. I'm feeling stuck and stale and rather ineffective. In an effort to engage all of my students, I've added all sorts of bells and whistles to my PowerPoint slides. Literally, bells and whistles. Bring! But still, some sit in the back of the class, secretly texting underneath their desks. I see you. I do. Others sit silently staring, never uttering a word. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether they're shy but attentive or asleep with their eyes open. As I sit gazing at the large bag of lima beans I purchased so we could touch the beans for oats, peas, beans, and barley grow, I remember my own experience germinating lima beans when I was in kindergarten. I decide to germinate some lima beans so I can bring the seedlings into class. I think this might capture the young teacher's attention and inspire them to try this in their own classrooms. I get on the internet and I discover that things have changed since I was in kindergarten. The days of lima beans wrapped in wet brown paper towels are long gone. Nowadays, you use clear plastic sandwich bags and damp cotton balls. Who knew? I'm a bit hesitant to try this new method. I really need this to work, and I know the brown paper towel method works just fine. Grudgingly, I realize that if I want these young teachers to try something new, this not-so-young teacher has to be willing to try something new too. I take 3 beans from the bag of lima beans and I soak them overnight. Then I transfer them to a clear plastic sandwich bag with some damp cotton balls and I place them in my window. Every day I check on my little lima beans. The clear plastic sandwich bag is genius because it allows me to see everything that's going on with my little beans. First one bean begins to sprout. Then I notice the second one sprouting. Finally, the third one sprouts. I can't explain why seeing each little shoot or root is so exciting, but I'm fascinated by my little lima beans. On the day of class, I carefully pack up my lima beans and place them in my book bag so they'll make it there safely. When I get to class, I take out my little seedlings and I show them to my students. Angela, one of my students who is very quiet, sits in the back of the class and never says anything, notices that the little seedlings aren't equally developed and asks, "Did you start germinating them on different days?" "No," I say. "I started germinating them on the same day. When I took them out of the bag, they all looked just the same. I put them in the same jar of water and in the same plastic bag with the same damn cotton balls, but each is developing a little differently and each at a different rate." Then I look down at the little seedlings in my hand and I say, "These little seedlings are a bit like the children you'll teach. Each will develop a little differently, and each at a different pace." After class, I find I'm unable to throw my little seedlings away. I take them home and put them in a jar in my window, and I continue to watch them grow and develop. They grow leaves, and flowers begin to blossom on their vines. I know this is what's supposed to happen, Plant Reproduction 101. But I don't think I've ever seen lima bean blossoms before. I'm amazed by the unique potential inherent in each of these 3 little beans. After witnessing the wonders inherent in each of these beans, I can never look at a bag of seemingly identical lima beans in quite the same way. Thank you.